All right, welcome to the Gracie channel. Sorry, how to draft a basic bodice pattern. We are starting with the back, and there are some formulas that you must make use of when before you get your pattern drafted. For example, if you want to get the neck width, is bust divided by 8 plus 1 divided by 2. You divide your bust plus divide by bust your bust by 8 plus 1. Then you divide the answer gotten divide by 2. Then to get your bust line is your bust divided by 6 plus 1 or plus 1.5 or plus 2 dependent on the person's size. Okay, so now after you get those lines, these are the basic lines that you're supposed to draw before you start your pattern. You from the top of your line come down by 1.5. You draw the first line. This first line is labeled as your top line. Then you from this top line come down again by 1.5. That is 1.5. And then this one is labeled as your shoulder line. Then you come from this side of your paper, you go in by 1 inch. This is your margin line. So on this paper, because I don't want this video to be very long, I had already drawn out the line. Here is my half length, that is my waistline. From this top line to this line here is my waistline. Then from the top line to here is my true bust line, that is the breast point. Then from the top line again to here is my under bust. Then from the top line to here is my waistline, the same thing, the same one that came all the way to the back. So now we are going to proceed with the drafting properly. So the first thing is that I've already calculated and gotten my neck width. So my neck width for this pattern is 3. So I will insert my 3 here. From this margin line, I will go in by 3. So from this shoulder line, I will go up by 1/2 inch. So I'll connect it, the 1/2 inch, I'll connect it to that, from that point where I got that 3 inches. I'll draw a line like this. From here, I'll make sure it's accurate. From my here to the 3 here, I'll take it here again, make sure the line is accurate, then I'll connect it. Then I'll carve out the back neck shape like so. Alright, so now I'll get my shoulder. For this measurement, the shoulder we're using is 17. So this 3 that I draw out here to get my neck width, I'll minus it. Now I'll get my 17. Now here is 17. I'll add 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch is known as your shoulder dart for the back. The 1/2 inch is dart for shoulder. Then I'll connect it. Starting from this point where I got my 3, I'll connect it down to that 1/2 inch I got. But I'll make sure I cut across that exact point where I got my 17, which is on the shoulder line. Then my 1/2 inch is here. This is my exact 17, then 1/2 inch is here. So the next thing I will get now is my bust line. So I told us our bust line there's a formula for the bust line. So now for this measurement, the bust line is 7.5. So this bust line now, the measurement is starting on your shoulder line, not on the top line. It's starting on your shoulder line. And that is the only measurement that starts on your shoulder line. The rest start from your top line, apart from the back length. The back length starts on this 1/2 inch you went up here. The rest of the measurement, apart from back length and your bust line, the rest starts from your top line. So this one is starting on your shoulder line. I'll get the 7.5. So this bust line now, it starts from this side of the margin line all through to that side. This is the back side of your pattern, that is the front side of your pattern. So the line went all the way to the front. So the next thing I will do is I will try to get my back width. If you watch the previous video I made about measurement taking, there is a place that is known at the back as your back width. So the back width now is a center between your shoulder line to your bust line. So for this measurement, that is our bust line is 7.5. I'll put my tape like this and fold it into two, so it will now give me the center of this line. So I will now insert my back width. So my back width here is 16. So I'm inserting my 16. So I'll draw a line connecting from the shoulder line to my bust line, a straight line. At the point where I got that 16, I'll draw a straight line like so. The next thing I will do now, I will now insert my bust. So my bust for this measurement is 40. So it's dividing it into 4, quarter of your bust, which is 10. So I will now draw out my armhole, placing my ruler like this. From this half that I went out from my shoulder, I will start from there, making sure my curve is touching this back length like so, and then bringing it to this point where I got that 40 like so. So the next thing is that I will try to get the midpoint between this my shoulder slant, this my slanted shoulder. So I'll start from this point where my armhole starts. I'll bring it up to where my neck width line is 6. So I'll get the midpoint of 6, which is 3. I'll come 0.2, not 0.3, 0.2, come up by 0.2. Then I'll bring it down by 3.5 like so. Then I'll now connect the dart. This is a shoulder dart. I'll now connect it like this. Alright, so the next thing now, I will get my slanted back. So this is my slanted back. I will go in from this point. My slanted back, the back length is 16. Starting from this point where I got my neck width, I'll come down by 16. According to the measurement, the back length is 16. I'll come down by 16. I have already drawn the line out, and then I'll go in from my margin line by 1 inch, and then I'll connect it like so. Next thing, I'll get my dart. So my dart is her nipple to nipple, which is 8. So I will, from this my back length now, get 8. So 8 is here. I'll go this side by ½ inch, come the other side by ½ inch, total making it 1 inch for that, like so. Then I'll come down from my bust line by 2. I'll come down by 2. So go in here like this by 4. That is half of the bust span, which is 8. Half of it is 4. So I'll now draw out my dart like so. So that is my dart. Then I insert my waist measurement, which is 8.25. My waist measurement 8.25, adding 1 inch for that allowance, because you're going to sew this dart. So I'll now add the 1 inch. By the time you hold this, that 1 inch you add this side is for that. So I'll now connect it like so. So this is our back. This is our back pattern. So coming to the front, our neck width was 3. So you now, this is the front now. Our neck width is 3. So I will now go in from this line. Meanwhile, sorry, there's something I forgot to do here. Don't forget, you have to label all your this thing. This is your neck point, you write NP. This is your shoulder point, you write SP. This is your neck point, shoulder point, your back width, then your bust line, and then now the front, you come down by 3, your neck width by 3, then you come down by 3 again, starting from your top line, then you connect it. Okay, So I'll now insert my shoulder for the front. So my shoulder is 17. There is a shoulder dart proportion for every measurement. So for this bust 39, the proportion for the shoulder dart is 3. So I will now insert my shoulder dart, which is 17. Remember, we are going to minus this 3. So our measurement is starting on the 3 at this point. From on the 3, then at this point, then we'll now insert and get our 17, which is our dart shoulder. This is our shoulder measurement. Then we'll now add that 3 inches. After you get your 17, you now add 3 inches like so. So you now connect it. Please pay attention to how my line went. My line, it cut across that place I marked 17. It crossed that point. I did not leave it up, I did not leave it down. It passed through that point, I got 17. Then this is the plus 3 inches. So this our shoulder dart at the back here. We are going to make use of it to get the center of that side. So from this our NP to the one leg of this dart, this our NP to the first leg of this dart, what I have here 2.7, this side to 2.7, that's 2.7. So I will now bring that 2.7 and insert it this point, this side too. From this my neck point here, this my front neck point, I will mark 2.7 like so. I will now come down here and mark. Alright, so after you get your 2.75 this side, here this side 2.75, what I have left here is 3 inches I added as my shoulder dart. To confirm it, this is the 3 inches. So now this is the 3 inches. So I will now bring the 3 inches down to meet with the dart here. So to get the dart, remember our bust span is 8. So half of it is 4. So I will, from this my center front here, go in by 4. Then label this place here as your center front, CAF. Then here I will go in by 4. Coming to my bust point, I will go in by 4 again. From this place I went in by 4, I will come 3. This 4 here, I'll mark it, then I'll come out by 0.5. I'll go this side by 0.5, having a dart space of 1 inch. So I'll now connect it to this. I'll now connect it to this 4 inch I went in here, like so. For that, like this is our front dart. Then I'll now connect this 3 I got here, the space of this 3 I got here. I'll now connect it to this dart on the bust point, like so. So now I've connected this space of 3 inches, connected it to this our front dart here. So now the next thing is that I was supposed to go up from this my bust line, go up by 2 inches. It's constant. That 2 inches is constant. So I will now go up by 2 inches, and that line I will label it as my chest line. I mentioned it in the measurement video. And this chest line is stopping only in the front, it's not going to the back. So this is our chest line. So now for me to get our chest, the width of our chest, this thing, I will minus the space for this dart. This thing here is a dart, so I will minus it so that I will get the actual chest width. So the actual chest width is 15. So I will start from this center front. I will measure from this center front to this dark leg. Whatsoever I got here, I will place my finger there and I will drag it to this other dark leg, and I will mark where my 15 is, like so. So I will now connect from this point. Remember, we measured from here to 17, then we added 3 inches. So I will measure from that point where we got 3 inches, and I'll connect it to this place I mark, and I got 15, like so. Then I'll now bring the line back, like so, down. I'll bring it down to meet my bust line. From the chest line, I'll bring the line to meet my bust line. Then I will now get the center point, the middle of this line, from the slanted shoulder to this chest line. I'll get the middle. So I've gotten the middle. I put my tape like this and I folded it. Then I got the middle. So at this middle, at this place where I got middle, I'll go in by half an inch. I'll go in by half an inch. Then I'll now connect it like so. now bring it down to my measurement, this place now, to meet the waist measurement. So the waist measurement now, it was 8.25. So plus half inch of 1 inch of that plus 1 inch of that, everything will be 9.25. So here is our 9.25. I'll now connect it like so. So if you look carefully, you will see that your front and the front and the back is not the same thing, because the front will went up because of the back length. So the front is lower than the back. So you will now connect it. So now if I am cutting this pattern now, I will no longer cut it and stop at this line. I will cut it and stop at this line, and I will cut it like so. I will not cut it on this line. I will cut it on this line that joined our back and the front side seam. So this is your side seam front, side seam back. This is your center back. This is your center front. That is that for your basic bodice pattern. This is just a half of it from top, from shoulder to the waistline. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask. I will be in the comment section. If need be for me to do another video to explain, I will do. And then another video after this one, it will be a basic skirt block. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. God bless you.